Hello, 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 and welcome to Thorough Thoughts with EpitaphFox. Here with us today to expand our horizons is Bura. Bura, welcome and thank you for joining me to discuss crochet. Before we begin, please tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm Bura. I've been crocheting for about half my life, so a little over for 15 years. So it's just been something I do.
Well, that completely removes my first question today, and that's perfectly fine.
Sorry.
No, it's perfectly fine. We'll just jump right into it then. What is your earliest memory of crochet? Either maybe your first time making something, or maybe seeing someone else, such as a family member, making something?
Um, the first thing I remember about crocheting is um, when I was probably like middle school, my mom's mom had bought us for Christmas one year little craft kits. And mine happened to be learn to crochet a purse.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah,
Were you able to make the purse efficiently?
I think I
I'm going to then assume that you don't still have that purse today.
did. No, I do not still have that purse today. Oh,
All right. And so, what do you like to crochet the most, such as a particular type of item or maybe a particular design?
um, a particular item and design I've been doing a lot is granny square blankets.
Oh, very
I have made
nice.
about 4 so far.
Now, see, when I was writing out the questions for this interview today, my assumption for the answer to this would have been like stuffed animals, because whenever I see you sharing pictures in the discords of your crochet, it is usually a stuffed animal of some kind. But generally, I guess those are the ones that you would be more often sharing in communities.
Yes, because those are things I'm a little bit more proud of doing. You're so rude.
I'm assuming you have a cat friend bothering you over there.
Yeah, there's an outside cat. She is a needy little thing.
Well, I have an inside cat that is also a needy little thing, so I get it.
Yeah, if I go back into the house, there's 4 cats. So,
Oh, well, there you go. And looking back on your past in crochet, do you have a favorite project that you've worked on?
I think my favorite project, um, might have to be, I think, oh man, it's been a while. I'd have to go like recent because that's the only things that are
Mm-hmm.
coming to brain right now. Would be my green and dark green sweater.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, obviously, if you don't recall it, it probably hasn't been your favorite thing.
Yeah.
But a sweater, always nice. Is green like one of your favorite colors? Is that kind of what kind of like takes it above a notch, or
It's
did you?
actually the color aesthetic for me because it's a good color for me.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, hey,
Yes. So really cool.
whatever makes it stick out, right?
Yeah.
And so, what tips would you have for someone who wanted to get into crochet?
Um, Watch YouTube before trying to read patterns.
So, just if you're getting a craft your own purse kit from a
Yeah,
relative,
you know,
watch YouTube before you read the instructions.
Yeah, it's a lot easier to visualize someone doing it rather than trying to imagine these stitches.
I can
'Cause, like,
understand that.
based off my own ways, I'm a visual learner, so
Hmm.
a lot of the things that I do now, I have watched videos for.
I'll be
Ah,
sure to
goodness,
pass
cat.
this information over to Mrs. Fox, because she has wanted to get into crochet, but she can never do that first knot to really get started.
The slip knot.
I'm assuming.
Yeah, yeah. It's you can find so many things on YouTube.
Not even just about crochet. You could just find anything.
Anything. Yeah.
Now, in the pre-interview portion of this, you mentioned a misidentification of the craft as knitting as a problematic item. Is that a pet peeve or maybe a blasphemy in the crochet community?
It's a pet peeve for myself. Because crocheting has a hook, knitting has two needles. So anyone goes, "Are you knitting?" I'm like, "Do I look like I'm holding two sticks?"
Well, I do have to assume that a person asking that question in the first place has no idea that there is a difference in the tools implemented in the craft.
Yeah, it's really buggy.
I guess I can understand if I compare it to things that I have pet peeves on where there's an issue of misidentification, that it's one of those things where you're probably asked that type of question very often and probably
Yeah.
also from the same people, which means they're not paying attention.
Uh-huh. But I've had other people who've had great comments about what I do. Like, "You make that look so easy. Wow, you're moving so fast." I'm like, "Well, I've got about 15 years of experience. I should be moving pretty quickly."
Oh, well, it's good to get praise for the effort put into making something. Um,
Yeah.
Especially, maybe it doesn't take you as much effort to make the things now because you have that 15 years of experience, but it's the same as if you were drawing something or painting something. The amount of time you have put in to make it so that you can do things without as much effort is what is getting
Right.
praised when someone says, wow, you make it look so easy.
Yeah. Run, rooster.
So,
Motherfucker tried to come up to the door.
oh my goodness, not to the door, rooster.
Yeah,
And
no, I gotta stand over there.
so,
You
what have you always
really
wanted someone to ask you about in relation to crochet?
mm,
Or maybe it's nothing. Maybe
that.
you're like, no, don't talk to me about crochet.
No, it's just something that's never come up.
Oh, sure, but how about I guess I'll give you a little bit of direction here then. Let's say you are making a gift for someone out of crochet. Um, when you're giving someone a gift, do you maybe hope or want them to ask about anything in particular? Maybe about like what went into it or your thoughts about the colors and choices?
Probably the color choices.
Well,
You
I
know,
would
like
assume that I would assume, especially as
why
if
would
you're
you choose this
making a
color?
gift for someone, you would put thought into like every aspect of it, right?
Yeah. Like when I did a lap blanket for my kid recently, I made it somewhat sensory style. So I used different types of yarn.
Oh, like different textures and different fabric types,
Yeah,
so it
like
has.
there's like the acrylic usual red heart stuff. Then I have like this really thick yarn, and then there's this yarn called Teddy, which is really soft. And then there's, some furry one in there. It's all different textures because he likes that kind of stuff. Kind of gets his brain working.
Oh, sure. And that's also really, like, I would say even more so thoughtful than just making something for someone, because you're utilizing more than just I'm making something for someone. It's I'm making something for someone, and I'm putting all of this effort into adding different types of yarn to make it more than just the blanket, right?
Yeah.
Now, for something like that,
Yeah, like right after I finished it, he went to sleep with it.
Oh, good. Well, that's what you want to see, right?
Yeah.
And now for something like that, where it's a blanket utilizing multiple different types of yarns and styles like that, would you say that is more difficult to do than if you were just using one particular type of yarn?
Yeah, because some yarn don't like thicker yarn doesn't do as well with a smaller hook as a thinner yarn would, and thinner yarn doesn't work up as well with a big hook as a thick yarn would.
I mean, I guess my like zero experience with crochet brain over here is thinking you make your section with one yarn, and then you kind of make your other section with the other yarn type, and then you kind of like weave them together. Does that just sound stupid to someone with 15 years of experience?
A little bit.
Okay, good. No, that's I want that.
It wasn't an easy process, but he enjoys the blanket. That's all that matters.
That's all that matters. At the end of the day, is it gonna fall apart? No. Wonderful. Does the person getting it enjoy it? Yes. Wonderful.
Yep. Was it worth the cramp in my hand? Apparently.
Oh, well, that's another thing too, isn't it? I imagine that crochet, in addition to knitting and other things where you're kind of using your hands and wrists most often, cramping is like your biggest issue, right?
Oh yeah, cramping, carpal tunnel, the early onset of arthritis, those all happen up.
All the fun stuff.
Oh yeah, all the fun stuff.
And aside from crochet, do you have any other craft-related hobbies?
Funny enough, I actually do knit too.
Does it bother
So
you?
that's what makes.
Does it bother you just as much as when you are crocheting if someone says, "Hey, are you knitting?" When you are knitting and someone says, "Hey, are you crocheting?"
More often than not, people know what knitting looks like because of all the movies of people doing knitting, like Harry Potter. Mrs. Weasley's magic knitting needles.
I mean, I would say you could name any movie with like a grandma figure, and everyone knows what knitting looks like.
Yeah.
All right, so knitting and crochet. Do you prefer crochet over knitting, or is it more of they're kind of separate from each other in that aspect?
More partial to the crocheting.
Okay. Now, is there a particular reason why, or is it just kind of in the act of knitting versus the act of crocheting, one just comes easier to you, perhaps?
Yeah, the act of crocheting comes better and easier for me than it does for knitting because, with crocheting, you only need one hand to do all these fancy little loops. For with knitting, you gotta like go like this, and then you gotta go like that, and I'm like, my hands can't do that.
For the audio only interview that this is, explaining hand gestures is the perfect thing. And you go like this, and then you do this, and then you go like this, and I'm kidding.
Sorry.
as someone, no, it's perfectly fine. I am someone who kind of speaks with my hands a little bit, so I get it.
Yeah.
Let's
Like I said, I'm a
see.
visual learner.
Oh, sure. And that plays a part into it too. A visual learner teaches visually in my experience of dealing with
Yeah.
various educators across the many years. Which also makes it really tough for the people who don't learn on the same level, and there's really nothing you can do about it.
Yeah.
So, this next portion of our interview today, I did extremely light research on crochet. And when I say extremely light research, I Googled one question and I found this lovely resource. And maybe resource is a word I'm using way too liberally. Um, but I came across a list of 10 interesting facts on crochet, courtesy of uniquestitchdesigns.co.uk. I want to tell them to you and get your take or opinion or reaction on them. Are you ready?
I am ready.
Okay, and just for transparency for our listeners here, I share these questions with my interviewee in advance, but I specifically did not provide this list of 10 interesting facts on crochet in advance. This is off the cuff. Number 1, crochet is the cheapest hobby to get into.
Technically, yes.
I disagree.
You can find crochet hooks and yarn at the dollar store.
I disagree. Counting stars, free. You need eyeballs.
True.
I'm not here to debate every single one, though. I promise we're not going to get into a huge debacle or anything. Yeah. But okay, so the materials needed for. And this is still, we're talking about number 1. I'm not going to number 2 yet. The materials needed to be able to do this are very cheap, very accessible. That's kind of your take on it?
Yes.
Now, to delve a little bit deeper into that, is it better to get better quality materials and the crochet hook? Or is it really like okay to use kind of like the cheaper dollar store stuff?
To start out, I think it would be best to use the cheap dollar store stuff because they do have some pretty nice yarn. But the hooks are quite clearly cheap plastic.
Yeah, like you'll probably make 1, maybe 2 things before it breaks. If you're lucky.
If you're lucky, if you make it too tight, if you make your tension too tight, yeah, you might break the hook.
Now, what would be the difference in regards to getting yarn from a dollar store versus like a craft store or like a knitting depot or something? Is it purely just like how much you're getting, or do you think there might be also a quality difference?
There is definitely a quality difference between dollar store yarn and craft store yarn. Because you can get the big fancy name brand stuff that can be up to, I think my most expensive was $25 for 1 ball of yarn.
Oh, what brand is that?
That is the Lion brand, which is the name of the brand, Lion brand.
Okay.
This was a thick, like good, probably half an inch thick yarn that is used to make blankets.
Oh, okay.
So well, yeah, it's a specific blanket yarn.
I'm glad you clarified that the name of the brand is called Lion Brand, because when you said Lion Brand, I initially thought MGM does yarn? Crochet comes from the word croche, a French word for hook.
Probably. A lot of us crocheters call ourselves hookers.
Honestly, that's a way
Myself
better.
included.
That's a way better, like, if you're gonna associate a word to the craft, in my opinion. I did think, like, for this fact in particular, this second of 10 interesting facts, there probably really wouldn't be too much to say on it. It's like, yeah, I bet that's the reason why it's called crochet.
And the tool of choice for crocheters is the crochet hook.
At, keeping in mind that crochet comes from the French word for hook, croche, that's like saying it's a hook. I guess if you're in France, you would buy a hook.
A hook. I'm pretty sure they still call it a crochet hook.
They probably do. I'm not going to ask anyone. I'll just take...
I ain't either.
I'm going to take this interesting facts list at heart. Now,
Okay.
This next one, number 3. Crochet is very addictive, and buying yarn is even more addictive.
I have been banned from buying yarn.
Tell me more.
I have a tote in my room that you could fit a small child into. Like, this is a good 3-foot long tote.
Mm-hmm.
Filled. That does not include the yarn I have in other places.
So it's not necessarily that you've been banned from a store in particular. It's more of a...
I've just been banned from particularly buying yarn.
Oh, okay. I really thought we were going to get into a whole, like, you've been coming into the store, like, every day for the past 2 years, Bura. You gotta stop buying yarn. We're cutting you off. The manager is on the phone with the police right now.
No, this was my sister's decision.
Oh, okay.
That I need to stop buying yarn and start using what I have.
So,
and my remark to it is, I can't help it if I find something I know a good project for.
oh, okay. So it's like, I don't have this, and I know what I could make out of it. Let me get it so that I have it.
Yeah, that's pretty much the crocheter's logic to buying yarn. Ooh, this looks great as a sweater, or this will be a nice jacket or something, or this would be a great blanket.
When I
make a pair of socks out of this.
When I saw this list and I saw this interesting fact here, I was actually a little concerned, like, how could buying yarn be addictive? But I hear it and I understand it. And, like, do we need to, like, call someone? Are you good?
I'm good. It's just like how card collectors go crazy for certain cards.
Yeah, I can understand that. I don't think
That's
personally...
how I am with yarn.
I don't think personally I've ever had a hobby that I felt like I was properly addicted to. In as, I guess, like, even as loose as the sense. The closest thing probably was Pokemon cards, but I wasn't really, like, addicted to buying them in the sense of, like, I needed to collect certain ones and I'm making a particular deck. I just really enjoyed buying packs and seeing what was inside, and based off of what I got, could I make a deck out of them? But I suppose it is an addiction because my wife, who was my girlfriend at the time, banned me from buying any more Pokemon cards.
Hey, I gotta go stand inside the door a little bit. It's starting to rain.
Well, we definitely want to avoid the rain. Alright, so number 4. Okay, I don't want to give my opinion on this one until after I hear yours, but number 4, crochet makes you happy after you finish projects.
Sometimes, yeah.
So I read this one and I was like, that applies to everything. What? That's not interesting about crochet. That's just everything.
Pretty much.
I mean, I guess to ask you very specifically, I mean, let's take your son's blanket as an example. When that was finished, was there the pride of having finished the project, especially with how difficult it was? Is there more joy in giving the gift rather than creating it? Like, what are your thoughts on that?
I would have to say it's a mix of both. Like the pride of finally finishing something, and then the joy of how he received it.
All right, number 5. Crochet can reduce the risk of Alzheimer's by 30 to 50%.
That is correct. I actually did a presentation about the medical benefits of crocheting.
Really?
Yeah.
What is the base understanding of how someone gets that kind of figure? Reducing the risk of Alzheimer's by 30 to 50%. Is that just from memorizing patterns and like keeping your memory active?
Yeah. It's using your brain to remember how a pattern goes as you do it. It does help your brain remember things.
Interesting. And so number 6 here, crochet has a calming effect, useful in the treatment of anxiety, panic attacks, etc.
That was also a part of the presentation I did. And I was at the same time, because, giving a presentation is something that's pretty nervous for most people, especially during the COVID pandemic we had, and I had to do it over the computer. I was working on a blanket as I was doing it.
If I had known that you'd done a whole presentation, I would have been like, hey, Buraboo, here's your stage. Give us that presentation.
I don't have it anymore, sadly.
Oh, okay. But that's really interesting. I guess for me, as someone not in any way knowledgeable on crochet, me reading these, I'm just kind of thinking, sure, that could make sense, and just keeping your mind active and busy, being able to focus on something else rather than whatever it is that might be making you nervous or anxious. The calming effect, doing a hobby.
The repetitive action.
Yeah,
is what it is. The repetitive action of doing a pattern or something. Like for me, I think I was working on a blanket. I was working on a blanket. I believe it was my blue one. And I was doing this shell stitch, which is, a repetitive pattern all the way down. So, doing that as I'm speaking to a class over the computer, it kept me calm. Pretty sure I flushed during it though, but, I'm pale.
Now, is that also something that you think when you're in the middle portion, you've gotten the pattern started, you now just need to kind of continue that, you can kind of turn your mind off a little bit as well? Like you just kind of get into the rhythm of it and you're just lost in the
zone
sauce?
Out.
Wonderful.
Yeah, you just kind of sit there, relax, zone out. You can do it while you're high as crap too. Let me tell you, the things you can come up with when you're high.
I will take your word for it. All right, number 7 here. With crochet comes yarn addiction. You will shop faster for yarn than you can crochet.
Yeah, that is true.
I mean, it's number 3.
Going back to that other one. Yeah.
It's basically the same. And honestly, with this, again, I probably would have been like, is that real? But I heard you. I heard about your child-sized tote. I heard about you getting banned from buying more yarn, so it's true.
Yeah.
All right, number 8 here. Crochet can turn downtime into productive time.
Yeah, you finish, you're done with work for the day. You've cooked, you cleaned, you're exhausted. Sit down with a simple project, unwind.
Now, I know that this is true for Mrs. Fox, and I'm wondering if it's also the same for you, that she feels like she can't have proper downtime and actually relaxing until she has actually accomplished something or done something productive.
Yeah.
So would crochet, do you think, help in kind of that mindset of, I'm not just sitting around, I'm working on something?
Yeah, like currently I'm making myself a crop top. I'm completely freehanding it, which means I'm not using a pattern.
When you say right now, do you mean as we're talking, or that's just your current project?
That's my current project.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm still on a phone call, bud.
We are almost done.
Yeah.
Let's see. That was number 8. So number 9, crochet
Don't need anything else.
is very relaxing, reducing stress and lowering blood pressure.
Yeah.
I'm starting to think this writer thought, like, you know what, for my article, I'm gonna come up with 10 interesting facts, and by like number 6, they were like, oh no. Because I mean, it's kind of the same as the one about like reducing the risk of Alzheimer's. It has a positive effect on both mental and physical health.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and then number 10, glorious number 10, crochet is magic, turning a ball of yarn into something amazing, such as clothes, toys, decorations, bags, etc.
It can be.
Do you feel like a witch when
there-
you make something out of crochet?
It just reminds me of this husband meme I've seen. It's like, I swear my wife is a witch. She's got her stick in one hand, she's got a ball in the other, and she whips them together, and all of a sudden she's got a bag.
Especially to people who
I ended up with socks.
especially to people who don't have a grasp on like how to do something like crochet or even knitting. I can understand how that would seem magical, to be able to do that. That is all 10 interesting facts on crochet, again courtesy of uniquestitchdesigns.co.uk. While I have my personal problems with this list, I'm glad that it led to a lot of fun discussions. And to wrap up our interview today, Bura, right now, as we are talking, I kind of touched on this a little bit earlier, but are you actively knitting? Wow, oh my goodness, I've just done the blaspheme. Are you crocheting anything right now as we're talking?
Not as we're talking, but I do have a project I have with me.
And so, how far along? The crop top I'm working. How far along on the crop top are you? Like, would you say you're like halfway done or not quite there?
I'm pretty close to halfway, I feel.
And how long would something like a crop top take you to make, from start to finish?
With usual interruptions, probably about 3 days.
Well, that's not too bad. And obviously, again, that's with usual interruptions. That's not 3 days from right when you wake up to right when you go to sleep.
No, that's, with work and life and all that stuff.
So I would maybe guesstimate then that you probably do somewhere between 1 and 2 hours of crochet a day. So something like a crop top could take you about 6 hours.
Yeah, I made my stuffed spider I have sitting in my Jeep within 3 hours at work.
Oh, very nice.
I had to finish it at home, but the spider, it was all made and ready to be put together in 3 hours.
That's awesome. And that's what 15 years of experience gets you.
Yeah.
So to anyone listening who has either had interest in crochet in the past or has now interest in crochet thanks to Bura's expertise here. Don't be discouraged if things take you too long. I would even argue, if you are starting a project or you're starting something new, take your time. Allow yourself to make mistakes, learn how to learn how to fix said mistakes, and take your time.
Oh yeah, slow and steady wins the race.
Especially when your race is making a bag or a crop top. Or
Exactly.
a purse. Or a purse.
Or a purse.
we will bookend our interview today with crafting a purse. Bura, thank you so much for taking your time to talk to us about crochet. I had a really lovely time talking with you and learning so much more than I actually thought I would learn about crochet, thanks to your information.
No problem. Happy to help.
All right. Well, thank you to everyone for listening. I hope you all enjoy the rest of your day. Take care and goodbye.